everyone. This is Roshni Magnani, the Executive Assistant at SFMs and Media. Recently, the global outbreak of COVID-19 has significantly disrupted the operations of various international and local companies across the world. Moreover, it has led to a fall in GDP of various countries and is now resulting in a recession worldwide. World Trade Organization and International Monetary Funds have predicted a decline in the global economy by over 3% in the year 2020. But we see a silver lining in this situation and can expect the global economy to operate normally soon. This talk show is dedicated to discuss the global impact of COVID 19 across the economies in the world. Here I have with me Mr. Shrikant Athavale, the founder and principal analyst of Infinium Global Research and Consulting Solutions, a market research and consulting firm based in Pune. So, Mr. Athavale, we have all witnessed a worldwide lockdown, and this has clearly impacted many businesses across the world. Can you please share your views as to how do you perceive COVID-19 for businesses and world economy?
Thank you, Roshni, for having me on this show. Well, as far as your question is concerned, there has been a lot of discussion about the impact of COVID-19 on the businesses and on the world economy. I would not be the first person to comment about it. There is already a lot of publication available on the internet. A lot of authors have already given out or written their opinion about this. So several countries have used lockdown as their primary strategy to control the spread of coronavirus in the society. This has resulted in the shutdown of the businesses, and a lot of companies have stopped their operations. Even a lot of retail stores have been closed. This has resulted in massive decline in the economic activity. Yes, the spread of novel coronavirus has impacted in decline in business activities. As a result, several economies have witnessed decline in their GDPs. I perceive the impact of COVID-19 is going to be severe on several businesses and on the world economy. The GDP of several developed countries is likely to fall down significantly. I estimate the countries such as the United States, Japan, the UK are likely to experience the shrink in their GDPs by 5% to 6%. Some European countries may see a worst effect, maybe between 7% to 9% decline in their GDPs. While emerging countries such as China and India may find the decline between 3.5% to 4% in the coming years. However, the impact is likely to be lasting until 2021, or we can see the markets coming up by 2022. The lockdown has resulted in shutting of the businesses, and this has resulted in the decline of production activities. As a result, we can see a big gap or a huge gap between demand and supply across the industries. Some consumer-driven industries may find demands from the customers and they can recover fast. Some consumer-driven industries may recover fast due to immediate demand from the customers or their existing customers. I anticipate the luxury goods and services industry to see the worst hit in the coming years or coming days. There's already a lot of research going on the vaccines and drugs to treat the COVID-19. Across several countries, we hope the situation to be better by the end of this year. So we can see 2020 may not be favorable for the businesses. However, let's keep our mindsets positive, and there is always a ray of hope.
I totally agree with what you just said. So my next question to you is that many businesses have experienced turbulent situations, but there are some industries which might have been benefited from this lockdown situation. Which, according to you, are the businesses that might have been benefited from this COVID-19 situation?
Undoubtedly, it's healthcare industry that has benefited from this pandemic. I have no doubt to say that some of the healthcare companies must have benefited from this situation now. I can't comment on the profitability of those companies, but I can surely say the demand for nutraceuticals, the demand for immunity boosters, and some of the OTC drugs has gone up significantly. Because the people are in a panic situation, they would want to consume a medicine that will give them relief immediately. Moreover, a lot of money has been pumped into the research and development of several drugs and vaccines. Several countries are trying different medicines such as HCQ in India, Favipiravir in Japan and Russia, Remdesivir in the United States. So this has resulted in a lot of investment in the healthcare industry. Also, we can see a lot of demand for PPE, and countries such as China and India have invested a lot of money in manufacturing of personal protective equipment. So I can certainly say that this pandemic has benefited the healthcare industry. At the same time, if you see among the consumers, there is a lot of demand for digital payment methods such as payment gateway, or you can say digital wallets. So these are some of the companies have benefited from this pandemic. We have seen a lot of people getting stuck at home, so the demand for OTT platforms such as Netflix or Voot in India has gone up significantly. We have seen a massive increase in the viewership on YouTube, and a lot of engagement has been done on the social media such as Facebook, Twitter, or LinkedIn for that matter. So this has benefited the digitally operating companies. You'd see a lot of innovations coming into the picture post-pandemic, focusing on hygiene, social distancing, and use of AI into the operations. So this shall bring the opportunities for artificial intelligence companies in the coming days.
Speaking of artificial intelligence, how long do you see the impact of COVID-19 lasting on the businesses worldwide?
The impact of COVID-19 should ideally be lasting by mid of 2021. The world economy shall be back at full swing by the mid of 2022. We humans are known for finding the ways out of difficult situations, and I'm sure we will find the way to come out of this situation as well. In the short run, I see the economy is getting severely hit and several companies may shut down. A lot of people may lose jobs, but in the long run, maybe by the end of 2022, things will be normal provided the situation doesn't get any worse. This pandemic has already forced people to find alternatives to their working style. For example, work from home or work from anywhere has now become a lifestyle, and this may continue for forever as companies have now realized that they can save a lot of money, a lot of cost on the infrastructure. This, however, may be limited to IT or IT-enabled companies in the long run. Several manufacturing companies may find an alternative in their manufacturing process. They would go for automation rather than depending on human intervention. We can also experience virtual workspaces coming into the picture going forward. So big data companies and several information and technology firms are expected to invest into digital workspaces or cloud-based workspaces.
What would you suggest to the markets worldwide?
Well, during the crisis, we have observed that markets are a lot driven by sentiments, and panic situation all over the world has worsened the business operations. I would suggest the business owners to stay positive. Yes, cost cutting on several aspects could be an option, and they can continue working with limited capabilities. Do not forget that this may be a difficult time, however, there's a good time coming. It is difficult to comment on anything as of now. However, as we can say, every cloud has a silver lining, so good days are coming. Now, I would suggest the companies to focus on the marketing strategies. They can tweak marketing strategies for promotion of goods and services and can use social media platforms more or connect one-to-one with their existing customers. Adoption of artificial intelligence in every industry can help businesses improve their efficiency during this tough time. Focus on immediate customers or your buyers and keep focusing on innovations. Let's not forget that the big brands today have gone through difficult situations and have come up with the flying colors. Tata Motors, for example, in India, had seen worse performance in their passenger car segment. But today, they are one of the leading car companies in India.
Those are some real nice suggestions, Mr. Athavale. Now let's move on to the next question. Do you think leadership can help in coming out of this economic crisis caused due to COVID-19?
In almost every situation, leadership plays an important role. A good leader can take his team ashore during this crisis. For the organizational leadership, it is important to carry a charisma that inspires and motivates the staff to work harder and perform better to come out of this crisis. For the political leadership, it is important to take tough decisions and make changes in the policy framework. Yes, we can expect some bold decisions to be taken, such as limited dependency on the imports or focus on the domestic production. A strong leadership shall help people to remain morally high and motivate them to perform better every day. As a lot of markets are driven by the sentiments these days, good political leadership shall play an important role in devising the decision, building up the confidence in the investors. We have seen the moral of the markets going down during this pandemic. Business-friendly policies, a good support from the government shall help small and medium-sized companies to come up during this crisis. Hence, I believe good organizational leadership and political leadership combined together shall help the world markets come out of this crisis at a faster rate.
Thank you for sharing your insights with us. Now, what, according to you, are the do's and don'ts for the new businesses struggling through this crisis?
Do's: innovate and find alternatives. Retain existing customers and make the most out of them. Adopt artificial intelligence to market research on changing consumption patterns and market dynamics. Focus on the long run as the situation is going to get better in future. We can expect things to be better by the end of 2021. Don't spend heavy on marketing on bigger platforms. You can use social media and one focus group marketing strategies. Don't be in a hurry to invest in new products unless you have done a proper market research. And most importantly, don't give up.
That's quite a motivating response. I think all your employees would directly come to you if they want a boost of motivation. So, my next question is about your company. How has this situation impacted Infinium Global Research and what are your plans to overcome this situation?
We are not an exception to the situation and we have been affected severely during this crisis. Our employees are now working from home. However, we are working with the double energy to find better solutions to the current crisis. Our team of analysts is constantly performing research to identify the impact of COVID-19 on various businesses. We are planned to work from home until the situation gets better and use the digital technology or digital platform for communication within ourselves and with our.
How would Infinium Global Research help companies to come out of this crisis and what could be the strategic input that the company shall be providing?
We're constantly doing the research on changing market dynamics and observing how the businesses are evolving during this pandemic. We are monitoring the situation closely and including the findings in the study. In order to support the industry, we are focusing on micro-level analysis of the impact of COVID-19 on the various parts of the value chain, or you can also say the supply chain in the industry. We also understand that several businesses are severely impacted because of the COVID-19. So in order to support the industry, we are providing market research reports at discounted rates based on the demand from the clients. As a strategic input to the client's decision making, almost all our reports now include an exclusive chapter on analyzing the impact of COVID-19 on various markets and on the various sub-segments in the market. We are also providing consultation to the companies to do cost-effective marketing strategies and get quick results.
That was Mr. Shrikant Athavale with us. Thank you viewers for watching this video. We hope you gained some insights from this interaction. If you have any questions or suggestions, do let us know in the comments below.